Y'all, I am back with a recap for the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 9, Episode 3. So we pick up where we left off. Gizelle has kicked the ladies out. Okay, she had security show them the door. Now, they arrived at 8:04, but Ashley said, if y'all come in at 8, I'll let y'all in. Y'all good. But Gizelle already had it in her mind they were not coming to her event, whether they were late or not. I mean, no matter how late they were, it could have been 2 minutes late. They wouldn't come into her event. Why? Because they went to Karen's event first. And Jazelles should have been prioritized because they already had plans to go there prior to Karen's fake award event. And the fact that Karen was able to convince the ladies to show up at hers first, knowing full damn well they had already had committed plans to show up for Gizelle, it's crazy. So as they were being put out, Stacey gets pissed. She says she has never been so embarrassed and offended in her life. So the ladies head back to the Sprinter and they are in an uproar. Okay, because they got put out. But in their defense, somewhat, but not really, Gizelle did send a text to the group telling them to go ahead and go to Karen's event. Man, that's the oldest trick in the book. That's a tactic you use to test people's loyalty. Okay, she didn't really want them to not show up. She was testing the waters. Okay, she set a trap for them to see who would actually show up for her. And when they choose Karen's event, that gave Gizelle the upper hand to call them out and stir up some drama. But after putting the ladies out, Ashley tried to solicit donations. Okay, she follows them to the Sprinter, asking for donations. And Jazzy slammed the door in her face. And as Mia was being, told to leave, she said, I don't do tasteless. I don't do classless. Girl, since when? Classless and tasteless is your brand, girl. Who are you trying to fool? Meanwhile, they're back at Stacey's house and they talk about the shit show that took place at the GNA. Now, Jazzy renames it Gangstas and Alcohol, honey. I thought they were so funny. So Ashley shows up and Jazzy apologized for slamming the Sprinter door in her face. Now, Ashley tells her that she suffered an injury to her shoulder because of it. And Jazzy calls her out and tells her, you lying. Because she said she reenacted it and the door closed quite softly. So she shouldn't be hurt. And I'm glad that she called Ashley out on her lie because Ashley would have milked, that injury as long as she could. For a storyline, she would have milked the hell out of that. So then Karen arrives. Ray dropped her off. She was not driving. Ashley wastes no time, honey. She immediately clocked Karen's tea. So she said that, Gizelle had told me that you told her that you were not inviting the other ladies because it would be a conflict of interest with the group, only to turn around the next day and invite them. Not only, listen, she invited them and then sent an itinerary. She had plans as to what would happen first. It was crazy. So Karen said it was a very important day for her and she wanted to share the moment with the ladies. You didn't think that it was an important day for Gizelle? She was honoring her father. That's a big event for her. That's messy, Karen, because you didn't even have that planned. You wasn't on the list. So I'm starting to think that Karen called them and asked if she could be honored. Because Karen does not want her name being associated with a DUI. So she tried to concoct a plan to be honored. So that can be the talk of the town and not the DUI. And Ashley clocks some more of her tea and tell her, honey, you didn't even know what you were being honored for. And she didn't. Because do we know? Nope. So Karen said, honey. She said, first of all, at her inquisition of a birthday, she answered all the questions that were presented to her. And Ashley said, no, you kind of deflected. And that's exactly what she did. But look at the pot calling the kettle black because Ashley, you did the same thing. And Karen clocked that tea. So Karen said, when Michael was out here pinching asses, Ashley, you was doing all this. I can't answer that. And that's facts. They both deflect. So Karen then, tells her, I don't appreciate you, trying to be shady as fuck. with those Uber vouchers. She said you should have used it for yourself to get that damn bunion off your foot, child. Whew, So Ashley gets pissed, honey, and she goes below the belt and tells Karen, how about you worry about whether you get some jail time or not? Ooh. So then the ladies decide that the only way to move forward is if Gizelle apologizes. Now, Gizelle has never had a problem apologizing to people she likes. Okay, if she don't mess with you and she can't stand you like she couldn't stand Wendy and Candace, she ain't going to accept your apology. But I do believe that Gizelle will apologize to the ladies. Robin is gone. So at this point, Gizelle needs some more allies because so far all she has is Ashley. Karen ain't messing with her. Wendy ain't really messing with her. Meanwhile, Kierna is cooking up some breakfast for her man because they are now living together. So her mama comes in and says, where that ring at? Now, he hasn't given her the ring yet because he doesn't want to. And I guess right now she's still in the audition phase. I'm not sure how long they've been together. He will propose when he's ready. It's as simple as that. She doesn't have the ring yet because he hasn't given it to her yet. But her mother's stance is understandable, but forcing a proposal on a man, it won't necessarily bring genuine happiness. Now, some people are saying, she's moving in with him and cooking his meals. It's giving wife benefits, but I don't think it's that serious. I just think that she's demonstrating qualities that she brings into the relationship. That's it. But we learned that Greg is divorced. He has 3 daughters, and Kierna is the first woman since the divorce that his daughters has met. So she's real proud of that, and she loves his daughters. Somewhere else in Potomac, Jazelle's twins are getting ready for prom. The ladies look absolutely stunning. Okay, Gizelle feeling a bit nostalgic. She reflects on her dad and how he would be there for special occasions like that. Gizelle also says that when she got from the Gangsters and Alcohol event, she thought about it and she realized she does owe the ladies an apology because they were collateral damage. I don't think so. Give them an apology, but they damn sure wasn't collateral damage. Okay, they were volunteers. She says Karen is a real problem, which I agree, but they were not collateral damage. They made their own decision to attend Karen's last minute shindig instead of Jazelle's. So then we have Mia and Ink, honey. They are chilling in the Airbnb for some much needed privacy since Mia's ex-husband lives in the same building. So Jacqueline shows up with her kids and they throw a party for her own and off again boyfriend of 15 years. Oh, hell no. I don't believe in pressuring men to propose, but I'll be damned if I'm going to be somebody's girlfriend for 15 damn years. Jacqueline is so messy. I don't know how she and Mia can call themselves friends. So in her confessional, she spilled some tea, honey. She said that when Ink and Mia split up, that Ink was trying to smash her. But isn't this the same man that Mia offered to Jacqueline in the first place because of the size of his peen and she wanted her best friend to try it out? They are definitely cut from a different cloth. They have a weird friendship. They share each other's business. With friends like that, who wants enemies? They are not friends. So, meanwhile, Gizelle meets up with the girls to apologize. Wendy is shocked to see that Gizelle has apologized. I'm not. And like I said, Gizelle will apologize to the people she like. Okay, and that she don't want to burn bridges with. So Stacey is sharing with Gizelle that she is getting a divorce. But Gizelle thinks she doesn't really want the divorce because she sounds sad about it. And Stacey said, well, divorce is never something to take joy in. And then Ashley blurts out, well, she has a new friend. I know you didn't. She blurts out her business. So Stacey is taken aback because it wasn't Ashley's place to blurt out her damn business that she was committing adultery. So Stacey checked her ass like she should. Because Ashley is one of those girls that will befriend you, get all your information, get all your tea, and run it back to the group. She did this to Wendy, and she did it to other ladies on the show. Now, Ashley talking about, well, is it a secret? And she said, I'm not ashamed of my friend. I'm ashamed of how you brought it back to this table. Clock it. So meanwhile, the girls decide to take a girls' trip to the Queen City. They split up in different vehicles. Gizelle and Wendy are talking, and honey, move out of the way, Robin. There's a new best friend in town. Jazelle says she actually enjoying Wendy. For now. Until she do something to offend you again. Because really, you don't like her. You tolerate her for now, but you don't like her. Meanwhile, in the other vehicle is Mia and Karen, and this is the third attempt, okay, from somebody to try to get Karen to open up about this DUI, and Karen refuses. And she give Mia the same spiel she gave Gizelle. Read it. So on the next episode, honey, it is going down. Karen is going off saying she doesn't have 2 DUIs. And then we see Mia with receipts that shows that Karen does in fact have 2 DUIs. Oop. And then we see Karen going off on somebody yelling, "Don't ask me about my scars." I think that's very traumatic for her. And I think it's a trigger because can you imagine getting busted across the head with a bottle, end up in the ER with stitches? And now you got a scar to remind you of the pain you had to suffer. And then on top of that, the heifer who did it, her friend is still in the group. Honey, next week is going to be good. If you made it this far, I hope you did. Do me a favor. Give the video a thumbs up. I will appreciate it. And let me know what you guys think about this episode. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.